Welcome to another edition of Eric's Product Reviews, brought to you by hollywoodfrodo.com. I am Eric, and today I'm going to be talking to you about this guy. This is the MVPower MX3 Android TV box. This is one powerful little Android TV box, a lot of really cool features, cool functions, and it can be used multiple ways. So I'm going to talk about the features that it has, what it comes with, and then I'm going to talk about what you can do with it, because there's a couple of different ways you can use this. And I'm going to also then show you the box in action, because that's probably what you want to see more than anything else. So just to start off, this thing is high specs, 4K. So it's capable of transmitting a 4K video signal to your 4K TV. That's an awesome feature. This also features Android 5.1. So this is on the Lollipop version of Android, which is what almost all the current phones are on. A lot of the Android TV boxes you look at will be on KitKat. Well, that's old news. That's last year. You don't want to buy a new device and be using an old operating system. This is already on Android 5.1. Really awesome. It has a quad-core processor. It has 2 gigabytes of RAM, so plenty of RAM to handle gaming and multitasking and things like that, which is really, really awesome. It just has a lot of great features. Now, one thing that you might think is kind of on the low end is the built-in memory. It has 8 gigabytes of memory. Now, I would say it depends on how you're going to use it. But even if you're going to be a power user and do a lot of games, I'm going to tell you about another cool thing that makes that 8 gigs of memory not a big deal. First of all, if you're only using it as an Android TV box to stream audio and video, so you're just going to use Netflix and Kodi and stuff like that, Pandora, then Hulu Plus, Amazon Prime, then the 8 gigs is probably going to be enough. I mean, that's the same amount of memory that comes on an Amazon Fire Stick, and it is primarily a video streaming device, right? So that'll be enough for all your needs. However, let's say you want to use this as a TV tablet, because that's what you can do with this. Even though the interface is set up to just use it as a streaming device the same way you would an Amazon Fire Stick or something like that, you can also use this as basically a full-on Android tablet or phone, the same way you would use an Android tablet or phone, except it's on your TV, on your big, beautiful HD screen. A couple of things that make that doable and make that awesome and work great. One, this device comes pre-rooted. Now, if you don't know what that means, you can look it up on the internet about rooting devices, but basically it allows you to manipulate and do things that you couldn't do otherwise. When you buy a smartphone, it's pretty much never rooted. It's locked down is a good way to put it. But if you root it yourself, then it allows you to do really cool things. This comes pre-rooted. Now, if you don't want that or don't need that, it isn't going to bother you. It isn't going to change anything for you. Things will just work the way they always have. But if rooting is important to you, or if you want to do what I'm about to tell you about, then that is really an awesome feature. It does have a micro SD card slot right here, and you can put a micro SD card in there. What you'll notice is that this system does not notice that or see that as an external SD card for you to move app information to. And at first I was a little bit disappointed about that, because I said, okay, it only has 8 gigs of memory. I should be able to move some of my apps to the SD card in order to free up more memory or give me access to more memory. And it doesn't see that as that automatically. But because it's pre-rooted, you can use an app called Link to SD. And it takes a little bit of work. You have to go on Link to SD and read how to do it, but you partition this micro SD card, and then you're able to move apps, not only to move apps to the SD card, but move more information than you could if you were just using the built-in Android Move Apps to SD. When you do that with Android on 5.1 and plus, you are only moving some of the app information, but not all of it. But using Link to SD with a rooted device and a partitioned micro SD card, you can move all the information of the app. So it allows you to free up even more space. So now, suddenly, that 8 gigs of memory that this comes with is just a bonus, because I can put any size micro SD card, or at least a reasonable size micro SD card. I have a 32 gig in here right now, and partition it and dedicate 16 gigs of that to just holding app information, and it holds the entire app, which frees up the internal memory. So that's an awesome feature, and the fact that it comes pre-rooted also just opens up a whole bunch of different things that you could do with it that you wouldn't be able to do with a device that's not rooted. So that's awesome. It does also come with Kodi pre-installed. Kodi is built into it, so you don't have to go to the mark it and download it. It's already installed. If you don't know what Kodi is, Kodi just gives you access to streaming services all over the world. You can stream live TV, you can stream movies, you can stream old TV shows, old movies, new movies, just all kinds of stuff. But it is pre-installed on there and ready to go for you if that's something that you're looking to use it for. And some people might use this as nothing else than a Kodi device. And if you're doing that, then it works great for that. It does also come with 2 USB ports, and you can see I already have 2 dongles stuck in here, and I'll demonstrate those in a bit. One of those is to a third-party air mouse that I bought that allows you to really control the box the best way. There is the small remote that comes with this that you'll see in the unboxing, and it works great for basic stuff, but the third-party air mouse, which only costs about 20 bucks, really works the best and is one of the best ways to control the box. The other USB dongle I have is for a Logitech keyboard mouse combo, because you can use a keyboard with this and you can use a regular mouse with this. The regular mouse is also a good way to control this. You control the cursor with the mouse, and if you need to go back, you right click and it accepts that as going back, which is really awesome. And then you can use your keyboard so you can type, because obviously you don't want to use an on-screen keyboard when you're using a TV box, because that just takes forever. But if you have a full-on keyboard in your lap, like a Logitech keyboard, you can type just as fast as you do when you're at your computer, which is really great if you're going to use this for Facebook, posting Facebook stuff, or if you want to check your email on your TV and that kind of stuff, then you might want to have something like that. And this box can handle that. It's plug and play. You just plug it in, it's good to go. A couple of other features of the box. It does have the Ethernet port. Of course, it has built-in Wi-Fi, so you don't need to use the Ethernet port, but if you are close to a router and you want to plug directly to the internet, you can do that. And of course, it does have the HDMI cord, which you will need in order to get either HD or 4K visuals. And then you have the optical audio out if you want to separately connect this to your entertainment system, to your receiver, the sound to your receiver. You can do that through the optical cord or through the HDMI cord, whatever way you have. Anyway, this is a great box. It works great for streaming video. It works great for gaming. You can even use a game controller with it. I have a Bluetooth game controller that I hooked up to it, and then you can play games just like a gaming system using a game controller, Bluetooth game controller. I can't talk right now, but anyway, and I'm going to demonstrate that as well. Okay, so those are all the big features of it. Great box, works well. The interface that it comes with, I really like. It doesn't look like a tablet, because it's not a tablet, it's a TV box, but it has all the functionality of a tablet. So they set it up, the main screen and the way you access apps and stuff, to work best for TV, which is awesome. And then you can go in, if you wanted to, you could install your own launcher and set it up like a tablet. But really, I think the interface that it comes with is an excellent interface for using it on a TV. And then you can access any apps you want to, just like it was a tablet. You can run basically any app that you can run on a tablet or phone, you can run on this device. So it just opens up a whole world of possibilities. So, tell you what, let's jump over and I'm going to demonstrate some of the features of it, because I know you want to see it in action, see how it works, see what all it has. So let's do that. So here we are on the main home screen, and this is the remote that comes with the device. It's just a basic remote. You'll see it allows you to click over to things, and that's how you can, and then you select by clicking that middle button. It does also have the home and return button. It has sound buttons, so you can control the sound level. It also has back and forward and that sort of thing. So it has basic things, but as far as, for example, if you wanted to use it as a mouse, it does have this mouse button, and you might see that little mouse right there, but it's hard to control that mouse with this. It doesn't work quite so well. It really works better using this just clicking around, if this is the remote you're going to use. Now, the one thing on this remote that is significant is this remote has a power button, and that power button gives you the option to suspend or completely power off. And only this power button allows you to do that, completely suspend or completely power off, which you probably won't need to do once you're using it. You probably just want it to suspend or go into sleep, but not actually power off. You probably just leave it on all the time. So let's go to the air mouse that I have. And this is the air mouse that I have here, and I'll have a link to that in the description so you can check that out for yourself. It has some cool features. Once you click it, you can see the mouse just moves wherever you want it to go, really fast, really easy. It just goes by motion, so it's easy to select whatever it is you want to select and open it up without any problem at all. You can drag. If you press and drag, and that's just like touching the screen and moving your finger across it. You can even drag down the top to get your notifications. Things like that are really easy. And it also has your typical buttons, your return, your home, stuff like that. The other thing that it has that's cool, this particular one has a voice feature, and you'll see hundreds of this exact remote on Amazon. They all look alike. Some of them have the voice feature, some of them don't. So make sure if you want the voice feature, you actually look for one that specifically says it has a mic, because the ones that don't have a mic are still look exactly like this. They just don't have the mic portion built into it. But with that, it's cool because you can control it with OK Google. So let's see if I can get that to work. OK Google, what time is it in China?
The time in China is 3:09 a.m.
And you see, that worked. And the mic is right here on the top of that remote. And if that light is flashing, that means the mic is on and it's listening. If I hit the mic button at the bottom and that light is solid, that means the mic is off. But that's cool because now with this remote in your hand, you can control this by voice as well. And that works for all of the OK Google stuff. So let's try it again. OK Google, turn off Bluetooth.
Turning off Bluetooth.
So you see, now I have 3 Android devices in my room right now, and they're all hearing me, and you might be hearing echoes in the background. It's because they're all catching these phrases, but you can see it is working with the Android TV. So this remote to me really adds a lot to the functionality of this device. Really makes it takes it to the next level. So if you're interested in this device, I would highly recommend that you also get this remote. So let's just look at the different things it has. I did tell you it has Kodi pre-installed, so there's Kodi right there. Let's open that up just so you can see that Kodi is there and good to go. And you could just use this. Some people just use Kodi on a box like this. They don't ever use anything else. They just run Kodi off of it, and you can do that. Full media device, media control using it that way. So I'm going to get out of Kodi. Just wanted to show it to you, show you that it's there. And Kodi does take a second to completely drop off. And there we go. And go back home. And that's pretty much it. Just so you know, this remote does have a keypad on the back as well. So just so you see, you can use that keypad, and that works pretty well for entering basic stuff. I wouldn't want to type an email on this, but if I'm just logging into something or just trying to enter search information and don't want to use my voice to do that, then I would use this. Another thing to note is that if you're using the voice feature of this, it does work with the Google Now like you saw, but it doesn't work for voice typing. So whenever you need to type something, if you hit the little microphone, it's not going to work. It's not going to sense this microphone for that, just so you know. This system just isn't set up to be able to do that. So you can use this remote with OK Google, Google Now, but that's all you can use it with. You can't use it for voice typing. In order to type, you'd want to use the keyboard on the back here, or better yet, use the Logitech keyboard and mouse. And so I'm going to pull those out and show you those in action real quick. So the other thing I want to show you is the keyboard and mouse combo. This is the Logitech K330 keyboard and mouse combo. Have a single dongle, and they both connect through that. It's plug and play. You plug that dongle into the Android TV set, and it just works. I'm going to attempt to show you using my hand as a mouse pad, which of course is not a great mouse pad. But you can see as you move the mouse, it just controls the mouse. When you left click, it's the same as tapping a screen on a tablet or a phone. So you can just go to something, tap it, and that opens it up. The right click will take you back. So if I right click, it's just like pressing the back button on a phone or tablet, which is cool. Makes it easy to get out of stuff. And you can see here, just go into my apps, and you can just see that besides having the streaming apps, you can have other apps. Like I have WeatherBug, so if I click on WeatherBug, then I can check out the weather, and everything is having to start up from scratch because I restarted my TV box, but you can see you got access to everything you need. All the weather information, it's all there. Just got it there. You got Google Voice, which you can use for texting and stuff. So you can use this, as I said, as just a streaming device, but you can also use it for other stuff. Go into Maps, and you'll see you can go into Maps. We're going to accept and continue. Obviously, I haven't opened that yet, but you see you have full access to Maps, and you can search and find stuff. You could send that to your phone. So, you know, you can have all the apps you would have on a tablet or phone, as well as the streaming stuff like Kodi, which is right over there, and your 4K movie player, and Pandora, your streaming stuff. And for those of you who know about the rooting and stuff, you can see Super SU is pre-installed along with it being rooted. So, but you can see this works just like the Air Mouse basically. You just move it around, it controls. You click and drag, so I can click and drag to, it's hard to do on my hand, but you can open up your notifications that way. You can see you have no notifications, and then right click to just go back. So the mouse works great. Let me show you the keyboard. Let's go into Google Chrome real quick, just to give me something. You can see I was looking at information on Link to SD to partition that second drive. So you can see this is the keyboard, and I'm going to set this down and type on it, and you'll just see that you can type really fast. And what's great is with a keyboard like this, you can type as fast on this as you would a computer, sitting at a computer desk. Unlike when you're typing on your phone or your tablet and you're using an on-screen keyboard, it doesn't work very well. So it works really well. So that's just using this physical keyboard to type. Obviously, if you're just doing, you're logging into stuff, you could just use the little keyboard on the back of the Air Mouse. But if you're typing an email or a text message, or you're on Facebook and you're posting a lot of stuff, then having a keyboard like this sitting in your lap, you can type as fast as you would on a PC or a laptop or something, which is an awesome way to do it. So the Air Mouse and the keyboard work great. And now I'm going to show you the game controller to show you that that works and show you how that works. So I'm going to go into a game and then demonstrate the game controller working with the system as well. So you can see I'm using just this game controller. I wanted to show you that you can get third-party game controllers to use, and this is the Sega Hedgehog game. So another cool feature of the TV game system is that you can get a third-party game controller and make this like a real gaming system with all the different games that are available for Android, which are some pretty cool and unique games for sure. So as you can see, this is a really neat little device. Could be used a lot of different ways. You can set it up strictly for streaming media, video, audio, Kodi, Netflix, all that stuff. Or you can set it up as a gaming device as well and download games. If you're going to do that, then you probably want to buy the Link to SD app and use a micro SD card to transfer some of the information over to make more room. Or you can use it as a tablet. Use it to check your Facebook feed, use it to check your email. You can use it even to send text through Google Voice. Anything you would do on a tablet you can do on here, check the weather, read the news, all that fun stuff you can do with that on it too. So that makes it really, really awesome. Now you might wonder, what about the unboxing? Don't you usually do an unboxing? I do, but I was saving that till last because I figured the most important thing about this is to see all the features and how it works and that kind of stuff. But I do want to show you also a quick unboxing just so you can see exactly everything that comes in the box, see how great it is packaged. So let's jump over to a really quick unboxing. This is just going to be a really quick unboxing of the MVPower MX3 Android TV box. It's fully loaded with Kodi, and it's running Android 5.1. You can see some of the specs here on the front. 4-core processor, has Wi-Fi, has Kodi built in, 4K, it supports 4K, some model information here. You can see it has 2 gigabytes of RAM, so besides being quad-core, it has 2 2 gigabytes RAM, and running Android 5.1. So pretty high specs for an Android TV box. So let's open it up here and see how it comes in the box. And let's get the main box out first. See, it's fairly small. Fits in the palm of my hand. It does have a dedicated power button on the top. Nice sleek look to it. Just a very simple box here. It's kind of raised a little bit on the sides to probably allow for cooling. And then you got your power, audio video, Ethernet port, HDMI, as well as your optical cable. Over here you've got a micro SD card slot, micro USB OTG, 2 USB ports. So that's the box itself. Let's see what else comes in the package. Got the remote control. Remote control that comes with it. Very simple, very basic remote. Shortcut keys to media, music, web, and app. And music control, sound and volume, home keys, return keys, all the menu button things you need for Android. Your number entries, and then your mouse button. I believe you can use this as an air mouse. And let's see. Of course, you got your power cord cable that comes in the box. And they do provide an, looks like an HDMI cable for you. Yep, they include an HDMI cable, so that's kind of cool. In case you don't have one already laying around the house, they include one for you. So, got you covered there. And then they do include a micro USB to USB cord, converter cord. And on the bottom here, it looks like you just have, yeah, quick start guide instructions. So that's everything that comes in the box. So you see how it comes, packaged well, no surprises. You get the box, you get the cords that you need, and then you get the little remote that comes with it. Overall, I love this device. I think it's great. Like I said, everything's high specs, Android 5.1, 2 gigabytes of RAM, 4K output. Just has everything you would want in a box. I was a little disappointed at first that it only had 8 gigs of memory built in. I would have liked to have seen it with at least 16. However, the fact that it comes pre-rooted and that I can use Link to SD along with a micro SD card to expand that memory to 32 gigabytes or even more, that's awesome. And that really makes up for it. The fact that they ship it pre-rooted, I think, is a really cool feature. Really great device, highly recommended. Of course, it is available on Amazon. I will have a link in the description below. You can click on that link and jump over to Amazon to pick one up for yourself. I'll also include a link to that air mouse that I used. Really cool air mouse, really cool features. To be able to use your voice with that air mouse is really neat. As well as the Logitech set that I use with it, in case you're interested in those as well. Anyway, a really great box by MVPower. Highly, highly recommend it. Click that link to check it out on Amazon. Anyway, that's it for this review. If you like this review, please click that like button. You know anyone who might be interested in this, then share this with them. You can do that on Facebook, Google+, Twitter. All those ways are down there. Maybe you'll use that as a way to hint to someone you'd like for them to buy you one. Whatever makes you happy. Be sure to check out my channel. I've got all kinds of product reviews, electronics, gadgets, household products, appliances, lots of great stuff. And if you have a dog, I even have a dog product review playlist. And if you are an Android person and you have an Android phone or tablet, then check out my Android app reviews. I don't review games, I only review apps that help make your phone or tablet better. Things like Link to SD. So be sure to check out that series as well. Anyway, that is it until next time. So have a great day.